Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pillow Talk. We are here tonight to wrap up our primary plate. We have talked about relationships, exercise, spirituality, and so the last two of our circle, we're going to put them together as career and finance, and we're going to talk a little bit about those sections in your primary plate to round out that session, and so that we can talk about the stressors and things you can do, tips and stuff you can do for your finances and your career and how they affect your health. So let's jump on in, guys. Thank you for showing up for Pillow Talk tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. And first thing I want to talk about is what we call our pie chart or our life circle. What we do when a client first comes to me, I have them fill out what I call as their primary their life circle, and the life circle touches on each of the areas that we've been talking about in your primary plate: your relationships, your exercise, your spirituality, your finances, and your career. And like I said, tonight we're going to wrap up with career and finances. And what it looks like is if you were to take a circle, and I don't know if y'all can see this or not. Yeah, there you go. This is a life example of like a life circle. And what you do is you make a circle and then you divide it into five pieces. And each of the five pieces you put exercise, career, finances, spirituality, and relationships. And if you guys want a chart of your own to see where you're at, you can put it in the comments, and I will definitely make sure that you get a copy of a circle so you can do it yourself. What you do on each line is you put it, and I'll show you mine again. This is just something I did so you guys can see kind of like what it looks like. You put lines 1 through 10 on each section. And so then you rate how you feel about that area from 0 to 10, and you put a mark there, and then you connect the dots. And as you can see, like some of these are kind of far out, and then one's deep. And so that one I picked today to you do like for career. So say your relationships, you're about at a 9, and then spirituality, you're like, say you're an 8. And then your finances, you're like at a 5, and then a 3 maybe for your career. And then you connect those dots, and then it indicates on what section really you should be working on first in your primary plate. So I will definitely, hi, Miss Barbara, thank you for joining tonight. I will definitely send you the circle with instructions. And then if you want, we can talk about it, chit chat about it later on, things to do and how to raise up those different areas. So we're going to talk about career and finances, okay? And a lot of people right now are in that season where they're either retiring or they've been in the workplace for a while, and it's a transitional season, and they may love their job or they may not like it so much. So what can we do in these areas? Let's talk about our career. Well, one of the things that you can do if you're really not enjoying your career right now, you can go to work and find one good thing, at least one thing that you really love and enjoy about your job. Maybe it's the people you work around. Maybe it's the tasks that you get to do every day. Maybe you're like really a people person, so picking up that phone and taking that phone call. You love to talk to your customers. One good thing, and then write that thing down on a sticky note or something and put it in front of you as a reminder while you're here at this job, why you what is that thing that you love to boost how you feel about your job. Another idea would be to excuse me, would be to find what is your passion, and then maybe you start looking at ways to change your passion into something that where you can earn money, and to change that into your job. And for me, what I started to doing is the videos. I love to do the videos. I love to talk to people about health and wellness. Video scared me at first, still a little scary to getting on, but I'm getting more and more used to it. But for me, starting slowly and starting to do the things that I love, and starting to build that outside of my regular 9 to 5, that brings me joy, gives me something to look forward to after I get off of work, and also allows me to pour into people. And so that's an exciting thing for me as I am making that transition in my life. And so you're like probably wondering, like, what does this have to do with health and wellness? How does your career affect your health and your wellness? Well, it affects your, like, if you're really stressed about your career, it can cause low levels of inflammation or even high levels of inflammation in your body and start to cause over time disease. It can affect your mood. And also, when you have those things going on and you're upset about your career or what's going on at work, or maybe you're looking, for different position at stress, um, what you'll want to do is you'll want to balance that out with something positive that you enjoy doing. Because what happens if usually when you're stressed out, like we talked about before, those happy chemicals, you can get too many of the dopamine and into your gut, going in, you're flooding into your gut, and it can make you nauseated to where you don't eat. And then when you're not eating, or you can become malnutrition and not getting enough of your nutrients that you need every day. It can make you sick, or the opposite can happen and you just start snacking all the time. You start eating all the time because you're trying to self-soothe to make yourself feel better, and then you gain weight and you put on weight. So yes, that's how if we look at your career, that's how it can affect your health and your wellness. Also, we talk about your finances. Where are you with your finances? If you're not in a really good place with your finances, the same things can occur. So what do you do about this? Well, there's a lot of different things you can do about your finances. You can first is base yourself in reality. What's really going on? Because a lot of times what we do is we'll with our health and our wellness, and even in every situation, every one of these things on our circle, what happens is you want to turn a blind eye to it because you don't want to see it. It's scary. And so if you feel like you should avoid it, but we all know what happens when you start to avoid a problem or situation, it begins to snowball. So one of the first things you can do is base yourself in reality, is write down all of your bills, write down the amount of money you're bringing in, and then really be honest with yourself. Are you overspending? Are there some areas where you can cut back? Our bank, which I love, has a free service for its members where you get free financial advice. So they'll help you build a budget. And we have a guy that I really, he's a really great guy. His name is Ruben, and he sent us a budget book. And so he sent us a spreadsheet, and we're able to put our bills in there and how much income we bring in, and we can see, where we're overspending, where maybe we need to move some money around, or what we need to do. But what it is, it takes away, after you do it, it takes away some of the stress. You may still be in the same situation, but you are able to work towards a better situation. And so that's a good thing. See if your bank has a free service like that. And I know that there's a bunch of, if you just go on Google and Google like budgets, spreadsheets or stuff, you can get them for free and put in all your bills and everything on there and start to look for ways to either save more or maybe cut back a little until you're able to do something different. And so we have found ourselves in those situations before where we needed to cut back. We needed to do some things different. Like we've made some different changes because we decided to put money in different areas. So maybe you just can't take that trip right now, or maybe you can't go to the dinner, or you can't buy those extra things right now, but it's okay. Let your, be just very easy with yourself, be understanding, and be like, this is just temporary. So this is what we're doing right now so that we can plan for something bigger later. Okay. And also so that When you do that, that stress level will come down. You'll be able to see where you're at because you're no longer looking at, not avoiding something and living in a state of fear. You're living in a state of reality. And then you're able to make decisions and to make better choices. And so with your career and your finances, those things can affect your health. Either they can affect your health for the better or for not so good. We're not going to say we're not so good. So those are two areas where you'll want to look at. So on your primary plate, we've talked about several things. Once again, I want to go over your primary plate is the plate where these decisions can affect what you put on your secondary plate, which is your plate where you put your food on. And when your life is more in balance, when your relationships are good, when you've been doing your exercises, when you're happy with your career, when you're been in your spiritual life is good, your finances are good. When you have that balance on that primary plate, that secondary plate where we put our food, you'll be really looking at it like, I want to make better choices on my plate. I want to be able to not overeat or undereat. I want to make sure I have my nutrients. You'll want to put stuff on your plate that make you feel good, that'll make your body feel good. And that's what happens when you live a life of balance. And so it's so important when we talk about weight loss and weight gain and goals, especially coming into this new year. A lot of us are going to be looking at, I need to lose 10 pounds. I need to lose 15 pounds, or, I want to change my diet. I want to juice more, or I want to do this more. One thing I really want you to do is start with your life circle. Please reach out to me and get that life circle a little so that you can go and see like what area in your primary plate you need to focus on so that the choices and everything you make for your secondary plate, the food you actually ingest, will have a positive effect. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing at the end of this year. We want to really gear up and set ourselves up for the best year ever. And we want to practice holistic health, not just focus on one area, but be able to, over time, over the year, touch on different areas that we need to bring up and balance out in our lives. And also, guys, I want to just let you know, be gentle with yourself, because when you go into your primary plate, you don't want to do like, say you have 3 areas on your circle that are kind of low towards the 0 mark. You don't want to spread yourself too thin. You want to pick like 1 area or 2 at the very most and start working on those areas and put in some little goals in each one of those areas that you can do to bring that up. Maybe in relationships, you call people more often. You may visit a few more people extra during the week or on the weekend. You set up maybe an outdoor engagement or a game night or something with friends and family once a month to increase that relationship part. And if you're in your career and you're trying to do both of them together, maybe at your career, for right now, all you can do is find that one thing in your day that you really love to do and put that note up and focus on that. So those are, just some ideas of how you want to kind of balance out your lifestyle and not to overwhelm yourself. Because what we want to do, instead of making all these resolutions that by the end of the year, a lot of time we just forget about, what we want to do is start building great habits. Okay. Life, health, and wellness is a journey. Okay. We want to take things each and every week that we can work on and put them, and make sure that we create that habit, make sure we create that consistency so that we can build that section up of our lives to feel better in that area. Okay. And then also, you can do about, our nutrition and our health. And we will get into that on Pillow Talk, guys. We will get to those too. So I want to make sure, let me look at my notes real quick to make sure I've touched on several things. And Miss Barbara and everyone else, if you have any ideas on how to build that area of finance and career and make positive adjustments in those areas, please drop them in the chat. I love to see when you guys put things in the chat because it gives me some good and fresh ideas as well. And it may also help as other people come and start watching the video on replay, they'll be able to maybe pick up some of those great things and use them as well. Okay. So, let's see. What else did I want to talk to y'all about? We talked about trying one or two things. So that's basically all. We've talked about all the areas of our life circle and how we're going to proceed in the new year. On Thursday, it's going to be really exciting. We're going to talk about setting goals for your baseline health and what that looks like, and we're going to go into taking charge of your own wellness. So bring your pencils, bring your pen, because you'll want to get into this because it's going to be pretty meaty. We're going to talk about how can we take charge of our own health and wellness in this new year. Well, guys, I love you all. Thank you for showing up tonight. I really wanted to let you guys know that in January, I'll be taking on clients. And I will also, and it's 5 months each session program. It's a 5-month program, and so where it gives you time to develop good and habits and create good lifestyle changes. And so that happens in January. Our book release is in January as well, with my husband talking about good foods that you can eat, and mine with follow up with the recipes. That'll be out. And my website will be up next week, where I will be opening up dates for people to start to jump in for the new year for my services. So I'm really excited, guys. Pillow Talk is here, and we will hear Tuesdays, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Always give me a little bit of grace. I'm getting better, y'all. Today I clocked in. It was 7 o'clock and some seconds. Hopefully next Thursday I can get here 7 o'clock and 0 seconds extra. But so I'm really excited about that. So that's what we're going to be going into the next couple of weeks. We're going to be talking about how do you take charge of your own wellness. And I'll give you some tips. And step 1 is by setting goals, your baseline health. And we'll be diving into that next week. So guys, let's go ahead and let's calm down and get ready for bed. Let's do this 4x4 breathing. I love it. And I hopefully that it helps you all and you get to use it throughout the day. It's a good way. Like if you're at work and you're stressed, you can do it 4x4. No one needs to know. You can just breathe in. You can be looking this way and just breathing in and holding it. So, and then letting it go and letting all that stress go. So let's go ahead and calm down. Let's roll these shoulders. Let's roll them back a few times. Let's roll them forward a few times, and let's Raggedy Ann. Let's Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann. Just let those shoulders loose. Let's just Raggedy Ann. Take a deep breath in, let it out, and let's begin. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Let's breathe in big. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed Pillow Talk tonight. Please like, share, and subscribe to it so you know every time that I am on. I am going to be mixing up a little bit, and every now and then in between Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be dropping some nuggets during the week. So make sure you are subscribed because you don't want to miss out on those nuggets and those things that are going to help you get through the week. All right. All right, guys. Love you. Miss Barbara. God bless. Talk to you later.